Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mina and my goal is to help you take your English to the next level. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel and watching this video. What I'm gonna talk about today is two advanced English verb tenses. The past perfect and past perfect continuous. Let's get into it, starting with past perfect tense. For example, I had eaten lunch. She hadn't done her homework. They had watched TV. Past perfect tense. All you need is had and verb 3, past participle form of the verb. Are you asking what verb 3 is? Look at the verb go as an example. Go, went, and gone. Gone is what we need. This is verb 3. Or eat, ate, eaten. Eaten is verb 3, past participle, had and this verb. If you need more details about past perfect tense, watch this video. And past perfect continuous tense, like they had been eating lunch. I had been watching TV. She had been doing her homework. Can you figure out the rule? All you need here is had, been, and verb plus ing. Had been, verb plus ing. I had been watching. You had been watching. She had been watching. It's not only watch, you can choose other verbs. I had been eating lunch. She had been playing video games. Go on, can you make some examples? We use past perfect tense to talk about a completed past action that happened before another action in the past. Pay attention. A completed past action. The sentence with past perfect shows a completely finished action. On the other hand, past perfect continuous tense is used to talk about an incompleted action that happened before another action in the past. The important thing is that the sentence with past perfect continuous tense is not completed. Of course, it was not completed because we are talking about past. It was in progress when the second action happened. So in short, use past perfect tense to talk about a completed action, past perfect continuous tense to talk about an incompleted action. Everything can be more clear with examples. Look at this. I had made lunch when I went to the supermarket. I had made. Had made. Had, verb 3, past perfect tense. I had made lunch when I went to the supermarket. This sentence shows that the act of making lunch happened earlier than going to the supermarket. When I went to the supermarket, my lunch was completely ready. The act of cooking and making lunch was completely done when I went to the supermarket. For example, at 10 o'clock, I made my lunch, finished. Then at 2 o'clock, I went to the supermarket. I had made lunch when I went to the supermarket. The act of making lunch was completely done when I went to the supermarket. Now look at this sentence. I had been making lunch when I went to the supermarket. I had been making. Had, been, and verb plus ing. This is past perfect continuous tense. It shows that the act of cooking and making lunch was not finished when I went to the supermarket. Let's say in the middle of cooking, I noticed that, oh my God, I don't have any rice. That's why I couldn't finish the act of making lunch. Then I went to the supermarket. Was it clear enough or do you want more examples? I would never say no to more examples. Look at this one. I had cleaned the house when my dad arrived. I had cleaned the house. Had, verb 3, past perfect tense. It shows a completed action before my dad arriving home. I cleaned all the house. Everywhere was perfect when my dad arrived. For example, I finished cleaning the house at 2 o'clock. My dad came home at 3 o'clock. Past perfect tense for a completed past action that happened before another action. Cleaning the house, which happened before my dad arriving home. Compare it with I had been cleaning the house when my dad arrived. Yes, in this sentence, the act of cleaning the house was not finished when my dad arrived. For example, I couldn't finish cleaning the windows. When my dad arrived, the house wasn't completely cleaned. So use had, been, and verb plus ing, past perfect continuous, to talk about an incompleted action that happened before another action in the past. I hope my examples were clear enough to help you understand the difference between these two tenses. Were they clear enough? Do you like surprises? Sometimes both tenses can refer to a completed action. Oh, are you serious? What makes them different then? What makes them different is the emphasis or focus of the sentence. Look at these two examples. I had made lunch and I had been making lunch. First one, past perfect. I had made lunch. The second one, I had been making lunch. Had, been, verb plus ing. Past perfect continuous tense. Now let's talk about the focus of each sentence. I had made lunch. This sentence focuses on a completed action. It's important that the lunch is ready. I had made lunch. A finished, completed action. Lunch is ready. And I had been making lunch. Here, in this sentence, the focus is on the duration of the action. How long I was in the kitchen making lunch. 1 hour, 2 hours. The important thing is the duration of time. So to clarify, I have to say, use past perfect tense when you want to focus on the completed action. However, use past perfect continuous tense when you want to focus on the duration of the action. Yeah, I think I understand now. Another thing you have to pay attention to is the kind of verb you're using. You know, some verbs are dynamic, some verbs are stative. Do you remember them? Stative verbs show a state or condition. For example, know, believe, see. On the other hand, dynamic verbs show an action. For example, walk, run, play, go. Note that we can never add ing to stative verbs. That's why we can never use them in past perfect continuous tense. Like we can never say, I had been wanting a piece of cake. No, want is a stative verb and you cannot add ing to it. So don't use it in past perfect continuous tense. It's so easy. If your verb is stative, don't doubt, use past perfect tense. It's totally true. However, dynamic verbs can be used in both tenses. Actually, your problem is with dynamic verbs. If you have a dynamic verb to use in your sentence, double think. But don't worry, we are working on it. It will no longer be a problem for you. Take my word. And the final difference between these two beautiful tenses is that we use past perfect tense to talk about permanent situations and past perfect continuous tense to talk about temporary situations. What can help you understand better is example. Look at this. I had lived with my friends before I started my job. I had lived with my friend. Past perfect tense. Had, verb 3. We chose living with my friends was a permanent situation. On the other hand, I had been living with my friend before I started my job. I had been living. Past perfect continuous tense. This sentence shows that living with my friends was completely temporary. I didn't want to live with them forever. It was just for a short time. So, past perfect tense for a permanent situation. Past perfect continuous tense for a temporary situation. I didn't know that. Great. Did you take notes during this lesson? Let's wrap up everything like this. Use past perfect tense to show a completed action and past perfect continuous tense to show an incompleted action. Past perfect tense focuses on the fact that the action is completed. Past perfect continuous tense focuses on a duration of a completed action. Past perfect tense is used to talk about a permanent situation, and past perfect continuous tense is used to talk about a temporary situation. Keep these tips among your English notes and take a look at them every now and then until you master using past perfect and past perfect continuous tense. You can find separate lessons on these two tenses on my channel. They include lots of examples and explanations. Thank you very much for your time. Please comment your examples below. Share your ideas and thoughts as well. Thank you very much for watching and subscribing to my channel. I'll be back very soon. Take care.